Hey, Deborah, good to see you. Hope all's well. Oh, my light went off. There we go. My light turns off at 10 o'clock. Hey, how are you guys doing? Becky's in the house. Deborah's in the house. Great to see you guys. Hey, Jennifer, cheers. Great to see you. Happy Thursday, May 11th. 10 o'clock p.m. here in Awesome, New Jersey. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me know if my music is too loud. I don't know. I did turn up the volume, and I'm not sure how loud it is for you guys. We're doing great, so I'm going to pop on just 15 minutes. Deborah's like, what are you working on? Excellent question. I'm going to show you what I'm working on. I'm going to bring it on screen. Boom. So tonight I thought I would lower the music a little bit. So tonight I thought I'd work on a sketch of falling water. This is a photograph I took back in 2015. Falling water is an iconic residential building designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. This was built, I think, like 1937 to 1939, somewhere in there. So I thought I would just do a sketch. I'm going to start this. I'm not going to finish it. I haven't sketched falling water in a long time, so that'd be fun just to kind of sketch it with my new, my style I've developed the past few years and see what it looks like. So that's kind of what I'm working with. Really, really, really cool house. I'm hoping maybe to go back this summer. Maybe. I've been there twice. I was there in 2015. I was there also back in college. But I feel like the older I get, the more I can appreciate the building, the structure, the design. So it's fun to go back at different stages and different ages because I always walk away with a different appreciation. Hope that makes sense. All right, I'm going to turn off the image because I don't want you guys to think I'm going to sketch exactly what I'm looking at. Who else is in the house tonight? Cameron is in the house. Cameron, great to see you. The House of Rock. Yeah, it could be the House of Rock. Let me bring the image up again. Let's talk about it for a minute. Let's talk about the house. A little architecture. Just a quick architecture convo. So this building, my camera, let's see. Oh, I get to hold my camera down. You guys are seeing like, here we go. So again, built in the late 1930s, designed for Edgar Kaufman and his family. Very, very wealthy family. I believe they owned department stores back then. This was a spot that I think they wanted to get away from the city life, so they would come to this spot in Pennsylvania. And there was a rock outcropping in this waterfall, and that inspired the location of the house. So there's actually a waterfall that goes under the house, which is really, really cool. It's made from local stone material, and the color, if you see the parts, you see that stone piece kind of going straight up and down. And then you see almost like branches coming off that. So it kind of is representative of a tree. We have the stone piece going up and down vertically. And then off that would be the trunk of the tree. Off that, we have these branches, which are these, they look kind of beige on my screen. They're cantilevered, that means they're hanging out, they're suspended from the main structure, and they're meant to kind of represent branches of a tree. The color, the beige color, in reality is kind of an olive beige color that is the same color as the underside of a rhododendron bush. So Frank Lloyd Wright used nature in so many different ways to inspire his designs. That's just a quick little blurb on it. I could spend hours and hours talking and analyzing this building. That's just a brief taste of what it's about. Let me do some sketching, guys. Let me know if any questions. Thanks for joining. this music. Awesome. So, all I'm trying to do here is just trying to get a sense of the building. Sometimes when I first sketch a building, the idea is I'm just trying to get a feel for it. So this is extremely loose. And I'm just trying to get a sense of the scale, the proportions. This is a interesting perspective building. A lot of these floating kind of horizontal planes. So I'm almost trying to create like muscle memory of this building. There's some wings coming off here as well. I'm loving this music tonight. This is really cool music. Here we have a window, kind of a vertical window bank happening here. Let's break out a red pen. Frank Lloyd Wright had a signature color called Cherokee Red. You'll see on a lot of his projects. He actually used Cherokee Red here for the frames of these windows on kind of this vertical piece here. So think of this as kind of just a real quick study sketch. And all the window frames down in here also have the Cherokee Red color happening. I thought it would be fun just to kind of pop that out with this red. Just using a Pilot Precise. You guys know I love using the black ones. I also like to use red ones as well. And then we have a lot of green, so I'm going to break out. Where is it? Let's just throw some green on here. I feel like sometimes when we're sketching and drawing something, a real place or building, we feel like we have to sketch it exactly as it is. And that can be frustrating. It could stop a lot of people from even starting to sketch a building. So I'm just throwing down green here because there's a lot of trees. I just, in my brain, my imagination, I just want to kind of mark out Just kind of frame the building with some greenery. Here. You have the water kind down in the front. So I'm just using a Winsor Newton watercolor marker. And I'm throwing it down on my board, and I just like to lift the watercolor marker off the board and onto the paper. Wetting my brush here, and it's really quick, just kind of, literally I'm just throwing the brush down, kind of tapping it. It's kind of cool. So it's almost kind of just framing where the building is going to be. I think that's good for now for the green might be. All right, let's see. Linda, great to see you, Linda. Hope all's well. Linda's in the house. Karen, what's up, Karen? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hey, yeah, Linda, it's falling water. Frank L. Wright. Yep. This is a real quick down and dirty sketch. I'm going to be doing some other sketches this week. I just wanted to throw down some ink tonight and just start to get a feel of the building. Just some of the kind of planes happening. Cameron, I've been there. Cool. It's amazing to visit. I've also been to Polymouth Park as well. Frank Lloyd Wright building is sung by Frank Gehry. Oh, cool. I would love to go there. Yeah, this building, Falling Water. Let me bring the image back up. So again, this picture is from 2015. Pictures do not do this place justice. Even if you watch a YouTube video, this building is so, so magical in person. It's hard to explain, but when you're there in the nature, in the surroundings, this building just really transforms into something really, something unique. Real cool place. Hey, Linda, no worries. I can't stay on. You keep spinning. Sorry, Linda, no worries. I'm not sure what's going on. I think my streaming's okay on my end. Deborah had to leave. No worries. Good to see you. Hey, Chips in the house. Great to see you, man. Linda with a Y is here. Linda with an I was on YouTube. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, guys, I'm not sure. I think I have a good signal here, so I'm not sure what's happening. I apologize. Again, so I'm just kind of roughing this out. I think I'm going to add... I just want to pull out the horizontal pieces. What do I want to do? What do I want to use for that? I think I'm going to use a brush pen. Brush marker. Again, this isn't the actual color, but I'm just trying to get a sense in my brain of how the building's kind of structured. So adding these kind of swaths of color will help just my brain establish what's going on. And then we have the vertical mass here. I think I might just leave that white so that this reads as the vertical piece. We have the horizontal pieces here. I'm going to break out my Lamy. I just want to pull out some of these shapes darker. Let me grab my Lamy pen. Lamy, where are you? Let's see. I think it's in here. I'm just going to grab my Lamy, go down some Lamy, we'll bleed some ink, we'll pull out some of the shapes, and that's all I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to wrap up really soon. And you can see some of the shapes coming out a little bit more bold. I'll probably throw some water and just give it a wash too. I just want to pull these out. My Lamy does not like to work on wet areas. It's okay. We forgive you, Lamy. And then let's just bleed some of that. What am I looking for? I am looking for... I'm looking for my Pentel Energel pen. And I'm going to just really quickly sketch the idea of we have stone on this building here. We have some more here as well. Some down here. Kind of continues back like that. And then we also have, let me just kind of, I don't usually like to use straight up blue for water, but I'm just going to throw down some blue just to kind of show where the water is. I might come in later. Again, this is just a quick study sketch, so just prepping my brain so when I go to sketch it again, it'll kind of be locked in here a little bit better. But we definitely have some water kind of happening down through here. All right, cool. So that's where we have water happening. And then I think I'm going to bleed some of the red Pilot Precise here. There we go. I just want this kind of red window area to pop out a little bit. And we have some red down here. We also have some glass up in here. We have some windows happening up in this area, some down here as well, some in here. And there you go. I think that's where I'm going to leave it for now. So it's a real quick study sketch of falling water. Let me check the comments. Elena is good in-house. Elena, good to see you. Hope all's well. Aussie, Bush and Beach Walks. Hey, good to see you. Oh man, it's Friday afternoon. Awesome. That's right, you're ahead of us. Great to see you from Australia. Patty in adjacent workshop, right? Me too. I missed something, but yeah, you know, I think this summer when I have my architectural sketching workshop, I think we're going to be doing some sketching of falling water as one of our things we work on. So I think that would be kind of fun. And we'll look at different views. Let me pull up some other shots of this if you guys want to see some of the pictures I took in 2015. And you can see different views of the building. Let me pull those up. Hope you don't mind some show and tell. I have 65 pictures. We won't go through all of them. Now make sure you don't see the ones with me because, yeah, you don't need to see those. We'll skip past them if they come up. All right, let's see. These pictures are in no particular order, but let me show you this really cool detail here. Check this picture out. Look at the tree. And then look at the beam, the concrete. So Frank Lloyd Wright really wanted to preserve, you know, the trees around here. So in this case, they kept the tree and they curved that concrete beam around the tree. Really cool, sensitive detail. We talk about eco-friendly design, environmentally conscious design. This is a really, really great example of trying to preserve what's already there in the natural world. I love that detail. So cool. Here's another one here. You can see it better here maybe. So they just framed the concrete with this curve cut out. And the tree literally goes right up. How cool is that? Let's see, what else do we have? Here's a picture of one of the kind of pool areas. Not much water in here. Maybe it was drained when I went. Pretty cool. Here's a detail of the staircase where you can actually walk down and put your feet in the water. Frank Lloyd Wright was so ahead of his time. This is like a floating staircase. You look at his buildings today and they still look futuristic. Again, this was like the 1930s, guys, the late 30s. I'm trying to remember how much it cost back then. Don't quote me, you can always fact check me, but I want to say it was $150,000 to build this back in the late 30s. If someone wants to Google it, I don't know what the equivalent in today's money is. 2 to 3 million, maybe. Here's another kind of picture. You can see the water. This bridge. I'm trying to remember now. I think this bridge leads to the house. Here's a cool picture. Just another detail. If you look down inside this glass, you could actually see the waterfall. I think there are stairs in here that go down to the waterfall in this glass enclosure. Here's another view. Notice Frank Lloyd Wright not only has straight lines, there's a lot of curves, right? So in nature, nothing is perfectly straight. So curves are a great way of just having your building just speak a little bit more to the nature by having these kind of geometric curves in your design. Pretty cool. There's a cool detail of a railing. This is his signature red color that he'd like to incorporate on his buildings. If you guys are enjoying this, let me know in the chat if you like the show and tell. Or let me know if you don't like it. I think it's cool to see the building. Here are some other views from the outside. Hey, Linda loves it. That's awesome. I'm glad you're liking the show and tell. This building is one of the buildings that inspired me to really want to be an architect. I had seen this, I think, on a PBS show when I was 7, 8, or 9 years old. And I just fell in love with the building at that young age. There was something that really hit me about it. Let's see, what else? Oh, here's a great shot. This is kind of the iconic view. You can see the waterfall coming, you know, underneath the house. Wicked, wicked cool. I have a lot of these pictures. Let's pull, I don't know, it might be the same. They may look the same. I have at least 12 pictures of this view. I'm always paranoid. Pro tip, don't be afraid to take more than one picture of something. I will take 5-10 pictures of the same view of the same building. Light might change, my camera might shake on a view. I'm really paranoid. Maybe that's a lot of pictures, but I'd rather leave with many, and I could always delete them. It's not easy for me to go back out 7 hours to this building. Really cool, right? Let's see. Here's a cool picture looking down. This is looking down at the staircase that leads towards the water. Pretty cool. Here's another picture as you're approaching. Kind of see the building in the distance. Let's see what else. Oh, some of my pictures are being blocked on screen. Here we go. They were covered. Here's a cool one. You can kind of see the different levels here on this sketch. On this photograph. That is not a sketch. You can see how the different cantilevers are kind of stacked up, different levels. And right up on the hill behind this, there's a whole guest house, which I do have pictures of somewhere. There's a separate little residence that's part of this property. Yeah, where are my pictures of the guests? They're not here. I think I have an interior picture or two. No, that's the outside. I don't think we were allowed to take interior pictures when I was there. So I only have pictures of the outside. I'm not sure why they wouldn't let us photograph inside. And this was, yeah, I'm not sure. Cool. So that's a little bit of falling water. Hope you like those pictures. Again, so I was just trying to do a real quick, fun sketch just to capture some of the overall shapes. That was my intention with this sketch tonight. You guys are awesome. Patty said that's cool with room for the tree to grow too. Yeah, it's awesome, right? Love that. Aussie says, I love buildings that are constructed around trees. Yeah, so in class, my architecture classes, we're actually talking about architecture and nature. I'd love to show you guys the slides, but I don't know if you're up for it. We talk about 2 different houses and how they relate to trees. There's a house. If anybody's interested, Google this house. I'll write the name. I won't bore you with my Google slide presentation I use in class. I shouldn't say bore. It's actually, I don't think it's boring. Google Casa Levene. I think it's in Barcelona. Maybe not Barcelona. It's in Spain. Check out this house. It's called Casa Levene. It's in Spain. It's in the middle of a forest. They only cut down 8 trees. 8 trees to build this house. Really amazing. Some of the trees are literally only inches away from the house. It's a very funky, very modern design. It's not to everybody's taste, but just the concept of how they built it. So check out Casa Levene. And you'll see another house and how that responded to nature and keeping as many of the trees as they could. It's really cool. Karen says, enjoying the photos. Thank you. Hey, Mickey. I just lived 30 minutes south of Frank Lloyd Wright's skyscraper he designed and built in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. It's amazing. I visited several times. I am so jealous. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. To live only 30 minutes away from a Frank Lloyd Wright building? Incredible. Love it, love it. No, so Frank Lloyd Wright did not live here at Falling Water. This was designed for the Kaufman family. They were a very wealthy family, and I could be wrong, but I think they owned department stores, maybe? I'm just going to dot in some green on here, just give a little texture to the trees. So, I'm sure Frank Lloyd Wright visited here. But no, he didn't live here. It was a private, I think, like a private summer residence for a family. This is cool. So I'm just dotting in some green on here with my brush pen. Just want to play around while I'm talking to you guys. Give some texture to it. Hey, Sue's in the house. Good to see you, Sue. Hope all's well. Aussie says, happy to catch my first live with you. New subscriber. I'll catch you again for sure. I have to go now. Hey, let's give it up for Aussie. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love that you're here. Thank you for subscribing. I really, really, really appreciate that. So cool. I'm on my way. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the year's over. Almost. Am I almost at 400 now? I forget. Thank you so much. That's kind of cool, right? Just adding, just kind of stippling and just letting it bleed a little bit. It's a fun way to create the idea of landscape or some leaves happening without drawing them. Just gotta be careful to not overdo it, the man says as he continues doing it. Again, I'm just playing around. This is just a fun loose sketch, just trying to get my brain into Frank Lloyd Wright mode a little bit. So right now my brain is in Frank Lloyd Wright mode. It's in New York City. It's always in New York City mode. It's still in the Bethlehem Steel Stacks mode as well. I have to do some more Steel Stack sketches. I don't have to. I want to do them. It's always in bridge mode too. So I have a lot going on up here. Do you guys find you have a lot of ideas in your brain? Like, I have so many things that I want to do or sketch or paint up here that if I don't get them out somehow, even in a quick sketch like this, they get stuck in here. I need to get them out of my head and onto paper, no matter how rough, how fast it is, just to capture it. And I find by doing that, it kind of just frees up my creative brain a little bit more. It kind of lightens the load. Although something else replaces. When I draw this, something else will fill it. So I guess it's a way of keeping the creative chamber, I don't know what the expression is, the creative gears going. They're not like gummed up. The gears don't just come to a grinding halt. But by getting these sketches out quick, it allows the gears to keep on turning. That's kind of how my brain works. Hopefully that makes sense. I do want to sketch just some of the vertical pieces of the stone here. So I'm just going to throw in some vertical random lines on here. Give a little more sense of the texture. Very random. There we go. So it just gives a little more texture to it. Cameron says, don't let me comment on architecture and nature. Oh boy. Alright, Cameron. Yeah, Cameron, we'll save that discussion for a different time. I'm curious what you're thinking, but we can chat about that a different time. Did Frank Lloyd Wright design and build a house in Toronto, Canada? I don't know. Mickey, that's a great question. I don't know if Frank Lloyd Wright did it in a project in Toronto. I would have to Google it, to be honest with you. Really a good question. He's done a lot of houses out in he's done houses in everywhere from like Wisconsin to Arizona to Buffalo, New York. He did a lot. He did buildings in Florida. He did some in New Jersey as well. I used to work in Bernardsville, New Jersey, and there was a house in that area. Very small, modest house. I'm missing. I mean, he's done a lot of projects. New York City, right? He did the Guggenheim Museum. That's a great question. You're having fun, and that is what matters. Step away, my friend. Hey, thank you, Becky. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. I'm not really good at talking and chewing gum at the same time. Is that the expression? Wait, riding a bike and chewing gum? I don't know what the expression is. I'm not really good at multitasking, so kind of talking and sketching at the same time. Hopefully that's cool with you guys. Sketch is turning out really nice. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little carried away with it, I think. But that's fun. Alright. I'm going to get super carried away because I want to throw on a little bit of my whimsical colors. So let me grab my... Yep, you guessed it. I'm going to grab some pink. Does it go with this? Probably not. But just having fun. It's not going to stop me. Patty says, there's a dining hall here on a college campus that was built without disturbing the woods around it. Helicopters flew in the metal beams used for the structure and lowered them in between the trees. That's very cool. Cameron says, I feel you, Mr. Nick. I have a lot of good vibes in my head, too. Just not dumb enough to do them, though. Cameron, I don't know what your ideas are. But I don't care if I'm thinking of the wonkiest building. I don't let that stop me from getting it on paper. Right, I'm throwing in pink. Alright. Now I've lost it. Just having fun, guys. If you can't have fun, what's the point? Right, I want to do sketches that have my kind of my vibe on things. Would you see this in reality? No. You're not going to see neon pink on falling water. But in my reality, you'll see it because it's right here. Boom. Done. Hey, Karen. Welcome. Karen, good to see you. I live 12 miles from the Zimmerman house in New Hampshire. How cool is that? Wow, you guys, I'm so jealous. Cool stuff. Welcome, Karen, on YouTube. Great to see you. Becky's like, neon pink is your signature color, Jason. It is becoming my signature color. Again, I try not to overdo it. Let's do a little rewind. Did I throw any on this one? No, isn't it funny? So I didn't throw any on this one. I did the other night. Not too late. So you can see I did throw some here on my Statue of Liberty sketch. Zoom out. Right, so I throw some pink on that one. This was a pretty fun sketch, actually. Bunch of different ink colors on here. Got the whimsical touch. So I did throw some on that one. Have some on this kind of industrial sketch as well. Actually, and there's even some pink on here. So yeah, I guess it's a signature for me. Cool. Love it. Linda says, love the pink. Yes, apple snail. I love apple snail ink is my favorite ink color. And I'm so sad that the company it's been out of stock for a while. I hope they make it again. I'm on like a wait list for it. Here, let's break this out quick. Here. I know I've shown these a bunch of times, but here you go. I love these sketches of the steel stacks. These are fun for me. Really, really cool, whimsical. But here I got the this is probably my favorite color schemes are shown on these sketches, with the including the neon pink. You have apple snail ink, which is kind of a caramel color ink on here. I have preppy yellow, which is more of a yellow orange color. You can see here really good. Turquoise, whether it's watercolor or especially I love the Prismacolor. Sorry, they call it, this is light aqua, my favorite color pencil color. So these little sketches kind of capture my favorite color combos. Cool, real fun stuff. If you like houses in nature, look up Summer House in Norway. Has a fireplace that is part of an actual cliff side. Ooh. Also, glass facades go through the rock. It's really cool. Thanks, Cam. Ooh, I went really close. Sorry, I zoomed way in. Awesome. If you like pink on your falling water sketch, not a typical color choice. You like it. Thank you, Cameron. Yeah, again, I'm just being playful here, and my end goal, here's my end goal. I'm going to sketch different views of falling water. And just like you saw, the steel stacks, put my spin on it. And it's probably going to have pink somewhere. Because I showed you all those photographs from my trip there. I don't need to replicate the photographs. That's why we have cameras. That's why we have cell phones to take pictures, right? I'm gonna have fun with this. Linda, just got a preppy yellow and green. Hey, awesome. Yeah. So here's, you guys want to see the preppy green? Let's throw some preppy green on here. That's so cool. Linda, here's a heads up about the preppy pens. Anybody that uses preppy pens, here you go. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but here's kind of my experience. I try to get the cap off. I end up pulling it, and then the whole back comes off the pen, and it cracks. And I can't get it back on. It doesn't screw back on. So I find just be careful when you're trying to take the cap off your preppy. Lots of times I'm just pulling the back off and messing it up. And again, I could be doing something wrong. I might be too quick to grab and go. Alright, let's just throw some green on here, and then I'm going to wrap up, guys. It's almost 11. Let's throw some green here, and then I'm going to bleed it with a pen. I'll show you what it looks like. Preppies are really fun pens to bleed the ink color. I'm just kind of stippling some green on here. And then let's add some water, and I'll show you what it looks like. Here's my brush. I'm just going to wipe it off. Alright, so I have a little bit of water on my brush here. I'm just kind of bleed this ink so you can see the color of it. Linda, that's so cool that you got the preppy. The preppies. So, really, it has a, oh my gosh, I'm making a mess over here. It really has a nice green color when it bleeds. We'll zoom in closer. Right, so you can see where I stippled here. I left some of it dark. And you can see where I bled the ink. And you can come back and kind of blot it, dab it on some wet areas. It'll spread out. So it's a real fun color. Let's bleed some of this here, and I think let's bleed some of this a little bit here. Gonna paint some of that down in here. So there you go. Thank you for mentioning the green preppy. So here's what I'm talking about. Since I pulled this cap off, now I can't screw it doesn't lock into place. It just keeps spinning. Kind of annoys me a little bit. Alright, cool. Hey guys, I think I'm going to wrap up. Let me see if there's any last questions or comments, and I got to head to bed. Got a busy day tomorrow. Lynn says, nice. Becky, loving the preppy green, right? You can see it here, how it's kind of drying. Nice color. Mickey says, where do you get the preppy pens? So, Mickey, I got these on Amazon. Here are my favorite color preppy pens. The pink. And then the yellow. So these are my two favorite preppy colors right here. Pink and yellow. And then we'll put them in here. By the way, I love this little. I'm gonna give Lockbee a plug here because I love Lockbee. My field journals, Lockbee. I know I've talked about this before. I only talk about things I really love, and they don't sponsor me. But Lockbee has a great products. This is a really cool product by Lockbee. It's called the Quattro. It's, I think, originally intended to hold like fountain pens, but you can see what I'm doing. I actually have two of them here. I really like using them to put my pens in. There's like 4 pockets, but you can see I have like 2 pens stuffed in each pocket. The colored pencil doesn't fit in all the way, but that's okay. I can zip it, let it stick out the top. There are pockets on the front. You can put even more pens here. Lots of times I'll put an aqua brush in here, like this. This is really good for me to grab and go. There's a little Velcro area in the back. If you want to put something in here, you can. Really nice little product. And then here's another one. I just have, actually have some mechanical pencils in this one. The highlighter, blue pen. I always have Sharpies, and I always carry Pilot pens also. There's a blue Pilot pen. Cool product. If you want to know more about it, go to my website. If you ever order anything through my website, you could get a small discount. There's a code right on the homepage of my website. If you have any cues about it, let me know. I love their stuff. I didn't mean to end with a commercial. Yeah, nice and organized. Well, it looks that way. If I was to zoom out on my desk, you wouldn't think that's organized too much. But yeah, this is great for just grabbing and going. These right here, what you're seeing in my hand, I have so many other cases. These have been my go-to grab and go sketching tools right here. The field journal and then the Quattro. I also do have this really cool case that I'm using more and more. This is from Etcher. This is expensive. This was like $70. I hate to say it. I got it when I was going to North Carolina to have my workshop with Rue. I thought it'd be cool to see how much stuff, because you could fit tons in here. I even put it's not in here. Actually it is in here. I have one of my watercolor palettes in here. There's another pocket on the other side that I put my, what do you call it, battery charger thing in here. That is not the correct term. What is it called? Battery pack? Put my battery pack in here for my phone. This is, you can zip. It's pretty flexible material, pretty strong. There's also a pocket on the front. So this is a really nice case as well to put stuff in. So you can see I have some paint brushes, color pencils. So yeah, I have multiples of the same thing in different locations. So this summer I'm going to work on narrowing down and simplifying my grab and go tools. The more I do stuff, the more I'm learning what I use more. Hopefully that makes sense. The Lammy! Oh, did you see the Lammy? Yeah, Linda. Hey, good night, Karen. Great to see you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you so much. D-Ray's like wrapping up. D-Ray, did I say hi to you yet? If not, hello, D-Ray. I don't know if I said hello yet. Great to see you. Yeah, Linda, I know you and we love this Lammy pen. This was a purchase back in 2015. Limited edition. The ink that came with it was limited edition. I have a little bit left. A little bit left. I love this Lamy pen. I will treasure that one forever. So it is still here and I still use it. That's so funny you saw that. Mickey says, nice. Do a grab and go. Linda says, do a grab and go video. Yeah. Love it. So my goal is I want to start doing stuff like grab and go videos. I want to do some field videos. I want to see you guys. I want you guys to see, what do I do when I'm out in the field sketching a building? I want to take. I'm really loving urban sketching. I want to take it to the next level, and I want you guys to come along for the journey. So more to come on that. I am working on a game plan. I have a board over here with ideas and working on developing an architectural sketching course, online course that you can go through at your own pace. So hopefully I'm going to release that at the end of this summer. More content for YouTube and more how-tos, short clips of tools, techniques, and tips. Because I love this stuff, I'm passionate about it, and I am starting to get the confidence where, not an ego, but just a confidence where I feel like I can start to maybe explain what's in my brain and how I approach this. So that's my stumbling block now, is explaining how I'm doing this stuff. I can do it, but explaining how I do it is a whole different thought process. So I'm practicing that. Thank you guys for letting me practice with you. Yes, I did say $70, Cameron. It's expensive. It is not cheap. It is, I will say though, it is a very, very high quality product made incredibly well. So if you are paying a lot of money, but it's the quality's there for it. It's not garbage. And sometimes you got to splurge, or for me, I have to splurge and try these different tools and products because I'm going to talk about them. I got to see what they're about. Mickey says, yes, my go bag is not as organized. Field trips. Yeah. All right, I'm going to end on this note, guys. New York City this summer. I'm going to put out a survey or something on my Facebook page. I would like to set up a day or two where I could meet any of you guys interested. We'll meet in New York City somewhere. I don't know, Central Park, it doesn't matter. And we'll meet and we'll just do some sketching together. So I think it could be kind of a fun little workshop. Maybe it's a day or 2 days. And we just sketch NYC together. So I would love to do that this summer and put together just a little, I guess you call it a workshop, an in-person workshop. I think that would be really fun. But I have to see how many people are interested. I'm going to do it anyway, but I want to see how many people would actually want to do it with me. Be cool. Awesome. Hey, Patty's still using Rue's bug out bag. Awesome. Yes, his bug out bag is awesome. You can fit so much stuff in there. Love it, love it, love it. We'll go to... Patty says, yes, we'll go to NYC to meet up. Oh, really, really cool. Excellent. That would be so much fun. So I'm going to put together like a list of maybe some of the places we'll go to. Probably places we can walk to pretty easily. So we're not dealing with subways and buses and all that. I'm big on walking, so I take the bus into Port Authority. And I pretty much walk everywhere. I could do the subway if I want to. I'm not afraid. I know how to do it. I just love walking because you see so much walking around the city. And you don't have to walk that far. Even if we went to Bryant Park, hung out in Bryant Park for a few hours, you get a view of the Empire State Building. You can see the New York Public Library, the Radiator Building, all from this one public park area. So really cool. Patty says the bus that goes to NYC leaves from about a mile from your house every day. Oh, that's so cool. Love it. All right, we'll talk more about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for liking and sharing. I got people joining on YouTube now, which is super exciting. Thank you to all my new YouTube peeps that are subscribing and watching. The number of subscribers jumped up over 150 people in about a month. So it's growing thanks to you guys. I appreciate it. And what's fun is we're just putting positivity out there with creativity. Thank you guys. Have an awesome Friday. I will be on this weekend sometime. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. Peace and live creatively. I will see you soon. Take care. Have a good night. And this is my sign-off technique. I keep on waving till I hit the finish button. I need it better off, and my arm gets in the camera because everybody wants to see all my arm on camera. We'll have to figure out a better exit. I'm working on it. I always love when D-Ray puts stuff. D-Ray, thank you. Cameron, thank you. Great seeing you. Patty and Mickey, awesome having you in the house. Becky was here. Karen was here. Jennifer popped in. We had a new subscriber, Aussie. I forget the whole name. I'm so sorry. From Australia. So I forget your name, but I will look. Oh yeah, Aussie Bush and Beach Walks. What a cool name. I have to check them out. Thank you for watching today. That was so cool. I think someone said Sue was in the house. Sue, if you were here, awesome. And if I missed anybody, oh, Elena was here. And Chip. You guys are, and Linda. 2 Lindas. Whew. I'm spent. And Deborah. Thank you guys. Have a great, great night. Take care.